so he can get her to her right hand. Straight steal a hold. The slide.
This ain't no joke. This ain't no game. This that CSZ game. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55, what's goody? Kill the vibe, how could it? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother show spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Shawn, Dante. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the seat, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal sports zone.
Scores over Brittany. One on and hit high and deep to left. Crash. Whoa, the Cards win. The Cards win. Exeter
Is this on?
I guess so.
These two guys are so white they don't understand it.
Oh, I understand it.
I ain't going nowhere. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, thank you. Nothing. Let me turn that down. Oh, almost knocked my water over. Shed some light on the subject here. Boom.
He's back.
He's back. I ain't going nowhere. This is your boy. Where y'all been at? Where's everybody been at? I feel like I've been in one of those TV shows where they have something drastic happens and the guy's been in like a dream sequence for a couple of weeks and then he wakes up out of it. Man, appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. This is your boy Jeremy Wyman coming to you live. Didn't know the last time could have been the last time, but hey, coming to you live from the Fitness Market Studios North. This is the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Wyman, here with the two whitest guys in Louisville, Shawn Barber.
How's it?
Shawn's on a delay, so y'all just have to wait for it. And he's not in Louisville, but he still half of him counts for Louisville. It's our guy, the notorious Hig.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I gotta make fun. I can't make fun of Shawn in real time. Chat line's open. We're about to hit up all the chats. Don't forget to shout us out on Twitter. Don't forget to smash that like button. As always, you can support the podcast on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal underneath me and my one chin remainder for right below PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and underneath the chin river of Higgy, you can find out where to subscribe to us on all the social media. Who's on with Jay and Higgy? What's good, y'all? That is the person that you get if you select create a player on any wrestling game. He looks like the typical guy you find on Grand Theft Auto getting beat up. So let's get to the chat line. Look, I'm here for y'all. I came back because I missed y'all and I know y'all missed me. Antron, welcome back. What's up? Cardinal, yo. James, what's good? Shawn, welcome back. Missed you all. TJ, we ain't going nowhere. Brian says, welcome back, Jeremy. Hope you're feeling better. Welcome back, gentlemen. Hope you're feeling better, Jeremy. Yeah, I just realized it had been 3 weeks since we done a show. Now, the design was 2 weeks, but get to here in a second. There's something that kind of puts your boy on the brakes. And again, we'll talk about that just a little bit because I know I've received, look, trust me, if I didn't know how loved I was before this, you all were in my DMs 5 minutes after I got out of surgery telling me. Truly blessed, truly thankful from everybody that sent me messages, from Nolan Smith to Sam Madison to, of course, my team at CSZ, Court Dennison, our ex-defensive coordinator, just all over the realms, all over the sports. And I really did appreciate all that. Welcome back, gentlemen. Hope you're feeling better, Jeremy. That's the one I've been trying to say 8 times. Yeah, we'll see. Wesley says CSZ family, what's good? Cardinal says 55 in the building. Glad you are well, butthead. Danielle, I'm not well, but I am out of that hospital, thankfully. Steve says, great to see you, Jeremy. Good to see you healthy and kicking. About time, says James. Still the honorary oos. I'm still the one. TJ. Willie says, Willie C. Monty, let's go, fellas. Happy to have you back on the Air 55, my first live YouTube stream since joining the team. Well, we appreciate that. We thank you. Bubba says, Jeremy. Tammy says, Jeremy. Everybody says, Jeremy. Yo, 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 yo. What's good? No, it truly was a blessing, man. And we appreciate that, Cardon. What's up, Rito? What's up, Bubba? Look, I wish I had a button where I could just hit it and it would. Wait a minute. Do we have a button that we could hit and it'd be like, let's see. Well, we'll work on it for next time, but we do appreciate you, man. Rito, Wesley says, Alexa, play Welcome Back by Mace. Tyler Gooden says, glad to be here. Alexa, stop. No, I wasn't telling you to play it. Alexa, stop. She's always trying to run my life. I don't know. But we do appreciate you, Cardon. Tyler Gooden says, glad to be here and see y'all. Fabian says, so is well. Oh, gosh dang. We ain't 5 minutes into the mother show before mother asking about mother KP and work. Yes, they're cool with Raydex 3. Welcome back. Thank you. James Garland. Did Shawn shave? Yes. I'm afraid to ask where else, so I won't. I have to shout so you can hear me. Shut up, you midget. Steve says, Tyler Harrell, transfer portal. Shawn shaved. You got a date tonight or what? Shawn is of the elusive club that I could hand him a calendar. He couldn't find a date. He's very elusive. At the time, Big Low, it's good to see you, brother. And it's good to see you too. How am I doing? Okay, Ernie. So that's what we're going to start off with. How I'm doing. So I had a whirlwind of 4 days. I tried my best not to let any of these details out until I could give them to you all. But I had a couple friends who were just trying to be nice and get the word out there that ran their mouth, even though I asked them not to. And at some point, everybody found out what was going on. My brother got on my Twitter and tweeted something out. Shawn hit up Plenty of Fish. Shawn couldn't even get hit off Plenty of Fish if he walked in with a bag of Long John Silvers. Kevin, what's good, my man? Good to see you there, brother. No, Shawn's mail order bride has not come in. Waiting on some real talk. Roger, I appreciate you, man. So here's what happened. Tuesday, I've been complaining about my ribs hurting for about the last 2 months. So Tuesday, the wifey was like, all right, now I've got to go back up to my travel assignment on Thursday. Let's go get these ribs checked out Tuesday. And I said, okay, cool. Well, I'd already had an appointment. So I was like, all right, let's go do that. So we get there. I had a CT with no contrast. And what I didn't know then, if I'd have known then what I know now, I would have asked them to just do the contrast. Because it put me through a lot of unnecessary pain, I guess you would say. Hi, Peggy. Yeah, the weight of carrying Higgy and Shawn. That's exactly what sent me in there. So I go in Tuesday, and I get my without contrast CT. And we leave there. And if I get emotional, you all, I won't see it coming. So y'all aren't going to see it coming. So I apologize because, woo. Excuse me. So get to my mom's house to hang out with her for a little bit, and my chart dings. Bing. Open up to my chart. Oh. And Mom and Teresa are like, what? I go, well, I have a 12 centimeter by 4 centimeter cancerous mass that's growing and attached onto my spleen, liver, adrenal glands, and somewhere else. I forgot. And we're all just looking at each other in disbelief. I'm crushed. I don't know what to do or say at that time. So about 6 hours later, my doctor calls me, and he was furious that I had already found out the results of the my chart without a consult. They're supposed to wait. So he called and said, "How are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I got my chart about 1:00 this afternoon, and I see what's going on." He's like, "Yeah, we need to get you to an oncologist tomorrow and figure out how we're gonna fight this." So Wednesday I get up. At that point, I'm all in on. Well, it's a possibility it may not be that. I don't know what it could be, but I know that it may or may not, be good. Yeah, good on my chart. So I get to my oncologist and he reads the scans and looks at everything. He's like, "Dude, this isn't good." And I said, "So do you think it's cancer?" He's like, "I've never seen something this big not be cancer. I'm going to get you a triple CT set up for Friday morning, and then we're going to do a good old biopsy of it Friday afternoon." Well, that sends me into nerves because A, I don't like being put under, and I know they've got to do that for a biopsy. And B, I know that I'm not going to be able to eat after midnight on Friday, so I'm going to have to go from midnight till about 4 p.m. before I can eat anything, which not happy at all. So I get there, I do my scans. We come back to the house to take like a couple hour nap because we know it's going to be a long night. Bing! My chart goes off again. It now calls it an inflammatory mass. It does not refer to it. Again, we don't get ahead of ourselves here at CSZ or Jeremy or in life. And I'm like, well, that's got to be good news, right? So I send the new prognosis to my aunt, and she's like, if I'm reading this correctly, which I've been doing this for 40 years, so I think I am, this is saying that you don't have cancer. It is not saying what you do have. So we head back up there at sorry, starting to sweat, as you can tell. Maybe I should do like a little mohawk. What should I do? Let's put the hat back on. So we get up there at 1:00. We're signed in. We're waiting. And bless his heart, because he's the one that found it. But the goofiest bastard I've ever met or seen in my entire life comes walking into the room. He's like, "Hey, guys, are you the Wallman family?" Nobody else in the room. Yeah. Which one of y'all's Jeremy? And it's me, Teresa, and Joey. And Joey's like, "Well, it's not me." And then he's like looking at me and Teresa to figure out which one of us are Jeremy. I was like, "I'm Jeremy Wallman." He's like, "Man, those scans were really, really tricky." I was like, "Well, yeah, what do those, I'm not getting a biopsy today now, right?" He's like, "No, you're not getting a biopsy today. There's good news and bad news. The good news is you don't have cancer. The bad news is that you are a ticking time bomb." This is what this douche tells me. "You are a ticking time bomb. And if we don't get you back to the emergency room right now, you may not be here tomorrow." So I don't even have time I don't have time to freak out about the new information. I'm still freaking out about the old information. So I think that helped me out a little bit. Got me in the operating room, put me up on that table. It was not double wide like I wanted to. It was exactly the width and length of Shawn. So I had just meat hanging over everywhere, if you know, ladies, if you know what I'm talking about. Like my toes and hands and stuff. The doctor was like, "All right, we're going to put this anesthesia in. And well, after we put the anesthesia, I'll let you know when we're turning it on. And then about 10 seconds later, you'll pass out." So I'm sitting there. I'm starting to freak out about the new stuff. And he's like, "We're turning on the anesthesia now." And before he could finish the word "now," I was done. I was out. Come to find out, I almost died on the operating table. They put 36 coils. So here's what, let me get back. So what the mass ended up being was 4 abdominal aneurysms that had been stretched out almost to the shape of a baseball diamond. It was a little bit more oblong, like a rectangle, but it was with one in each corner, and it's what was causing the pains. They had to use 36 coils to hem up the aneurysm. I only spent one. I almost said in jail. I only spent one night in the hospital. I feel like I should have spent a couple of more. When I did wake up and the pain started flowing through my body, I had pain in both my legs and my quads. They went in through my groin, which has not hurt me since. So if you could do anything groinal, I highly recommend that, especially if you're freaked out of needles and stuff, like I am. But they went up through my groin to do the surgery. Everything ended up, they were able to find every little weak spot and coil it up. You know, my dad, he had abdominal aneurysm that he accidentally found as well. Like, these are both freak accidents. So if you're out there and on the heavy side, or not even on the heavy side, if you're on the medium thick side, just ask for a routine CT scan with contrast. If you've got family history and you're just for the heck of it, like I dare them to tell me I can't have another one just to make sure everything's okay. Because that saved my life. I would not be doing the last show y'all had from us would have been, which I take a little blame because the last time we did a show, we won 2 games that week, or 2 games in a row. So I feel like I'm the reason why we haven't won again. So hopefully us coming back. But that could have been the last show, man. And I'm definitely not taking this lightly. I don't, going forward with the show, I'm not sure what the show's going to look like for going forward. I don't know how often we're going to do it. Because I'm not going to, it's going to take me a couple of 3 to 6 weeks to recover. I've got more tests and stuff going on because even though the surgeon told me it wasn't cancer, my my oncologist said it didn't completely rule it out since they didn't do the biopsy, but that's what he thought. So here in a couple of weeks, I'm probably going to have a biopsy. So I don't know where this road's going to lead to me. I know I love doing the show. I've always loved talking on the radio. Shout out to Steve that who tried to keep everybody up to date with what was going on. He made fun of me a lot as well, which I needed. It made me laugh though, which I didn't need, so I appreciate that. It's, you know, everybody that checked in, everybody that came to my house and visited me. Like I get home Saturday night and Steve, Charity, and Shawn and my brother are over at the house Sunday. You know, I had people come throughout the rest of the week as well. I don't have time to shout out everybody, but if I was having troubles knowing how much y'all appreciated us, I don't have that anymore because y'all been what's kept me kicking. Y'all been what's kept me going, and especially with the wife, she had to leave. Like they let her stay 2 extra weeks. She wasn't, supposed to stay, so she went back up to her travel assignment this morning, and she made it back up there safely. But I don't know what the future holds, man. We at CSZ have been proud for a very long 11 years. We have been the best of the best, no matter what we do. Photography, podcast, website. We've got many awards. From the same place, but we've got many awards, and we give you all that we have, and all my connections I built throughout the last 20 years. I give those connections to these people I work with so that we can do some cool stuff. JB, what's good, man? In the middle of a family event. Hope you're doing well, Jeremy. JB, I appreciate you. I'm still in a ton of pain. That's what I was going to talk. That's where I was at earlier. My mind's doing what it did before, y'all. So I guess I'm okay. When I woke up out of surgery, my legs, my quads, my hamstrings, my shoulders, my upper back were all on fire. That's all gone. The only thing that's bothering me right now is the spot where they did all of the construction work. So, but it bothers me all day. Whereas, and I'm sleeping throughout the night. I'm not waking up as much as I was the first week. Crazy that we're going into today's Sunday. So it's a week and 2 days. So we're 9 days into this. Thanks, Scuba Steve. Diggs, what's good, man? Living the life. Let's get caught. Use it or love it. What up, Jay? Glad to hear you found it in time and the surgery went well. Thank you. Cardinal, health is important. Brian, BJ, what's good, my man? Backstraps hanging everywhere. Shawn. Hey, Brian, thanks for lying. I'll send that $5 to you after the show. Hey, 55 looking good. So, all right, caught up on that. So I wanted, like, I didn't have to tell y'all none of that, and I know I didn't, but there's some of y'all that have been riding with me since day one, and there's some of y'all that genuinely care about the health and welfare of your boys. So instead of answering 52 DMs, I just speak it now, and everybody can hear what we got going on. What's going on, Ryan? Shawn looking clean cut tonight. I don't know. I don't know what he's. Does he have a hot date with the family goat? I don't know. Who knows? But we don't have a lot of show content tonight. I knew that y'all were going to have questions, or I knew y'all were wanting to would want to speak with me and hear me out. So we do have a little bit. What's up, Uncle Larry? Go Cards, go Jeremy, for sure. Right, man, it was scary, bro. There was a point. I don't know that I was awake. I know I was not awake during the surgery, but I heard, oh, watch out, y'all. We're about to lose them. So it was scary, man. I could have not made it off that table. I don't know what was so special about me that I got, other than me being me. I don't know why I got to, jokes aside, I don't know why, like, he chose to pick me to stay. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yep, Don. Yep, Wes. Yep, but Ray. It was crazy. And then I knew I was gonna get some comedy in. So as I was coming to, the doctor was like, and it was a young doctor, so I knew I could get away with a little bit of chicanery. The doctor was like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And I started talking. I couldn't because my throat was really sore. I was like, "Just my throat's sore." I don't know why I did that. I was like, "Just my throat's sore." He's like, "Yeah, you had a tube down your throat for a little while because we couldn't stabilize you." I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "I feel like I just got home from a date with King Kong." And he looked at me like that. He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "You know." And he laughed. But Joey laughed immediately. Yeah, it wasn't my time to go around. I appreciate that. Yoda, I'm happy to see you. Listen, when I say I appreciate y'all's prayers, I'm not like some of the other people who put these little fake, "Oh, thank you for your I truly believe that every prayer of your all's worked, and that's why I'm here. But Bubba, you bring up an interesting point. My job's not done here. Someone's got to keep the CSZ gang in line. I'm not going to be working for a couple of weeks, so I've got to figure out something that's going to be able to help me out in the meantime. So I don't know how much CSZ I can do at the moment. I wanted to keep doing these shows. Maybe we'll cut them down, especially since there's not a whole bunch to talk about at the moment. Maybe we won't do them live anymore. Maybe we'll pre-tape them so that way we can get a couple of episodes out and it's not like taking all of our times. Imagine Higgy running this show. Woo. Yeah. Oh, I can understand it, man. The show at the beginning of the show, he'd be like, "Welcome to Fitness Market Zone Studio. This is Cardinal Sports Fitness. My name is Fitness Higgy. And what I mean by that is fitting this donut in my mouth." I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that.
No, we have a Whataburger topic of the week.
Yeah, the Whataburger topic.
Uneffing believable.
Isn't there a website for babysitters? Look, y'all want to come sit with me all week? I'm down. I'm not going to be doing much for the next couple weeks. Joey's going to come. He's going to not move in, but he's going to come over and stay with me for a couple weeks. So I'll be good. Higgy looks like Newman off of Seinfeld. He really does.
Jerry.
And it's weird that I noticed that because I've watched maybe 20 seconds of that show. Brian McGlasson, can you mix in YouTube shorts to help get you through your recovery? You know what? I might be able to do something. Merv, my guy, I'm disappointed you didn't come see me today. You're the only friend that let me down through this whole ordeal. Just kidding. That's not true. Hello, Newman. Let's just get a little bit of this shop talk out of the way. Again, next steps are, I don't know how often the show is going to be here. Keep subscribed. You'll find out live when it hits. And on game day, I'll put out a tweet that morning saying that we're going to do a show. But again, I had to get back in here and catch y'all up on where we've been and why. And I felt really bad because I blame us not being on for the fact that we haven't won since the week that we recorded last. So, all right. So, like I said a few minutes ago, it's quite possible that the shows will be limited going forward, or they just may pop up here and now. I'll get the show back to normal. We will get the show back to normal ASAP for you all. Y'all love the show, and we love you right back. Don't think, though, I forgot this, though, Shawn. Did you think that I forgot this? You're supposed to say no. Shawn, just say no. I'm not.
No.
What did I tell y'all before on the last episode of the show? That you could bitch and moan about KP and him getting fired all you want to, but Josh had faith in him, so you better get over it. Oh, what did Josh say in the media yesterday? Oh, the same thing? Well, that's weird. Seeing that, yeah. Well, happy you're still here with us. Sheila says, glad you're okay. Thank you, Sheila. Me too. It's been tough, especially with everything that went on with Dad. This was just a 1-2 slam. That's true, Bubba. You have clearly all won. The oddest thing, I wake up Saturday morning and had a tooth that had been bothering me. I was going to go into the dentist to get it pulled next week. And I put my tongue up to kind of like, I'm wondering why my tooth's not bothering me. The dang thing's not there no more. They pulled my tooth. And I don't even know how or why. That's fine,
That's
Steve. Let them blame.
That
wasn't part of the surgery I signed up for. No. Scoop Steve says, don't let Twitter hear that they are blaming it. You know what? I'm at the point, really. I told Steve this yesterday, I think. It has been so refreshing to only look at my DMs on Twitter. I've not been on Facebook. I've not been, for all those that have written on my Facebook wall, and all you got was a lazy like. I apologize for that. I've not felt like doing anything, let alone I'm just like, I got to make sure they all know I've seen them. But, yeah, just not been feeling it. My health is more important. Thank you, James. Get better first. That's the plan. Ben, congratulations. Hey, those of y'all that don't know, Ben is a new dad. Clap, morons.
Right.
Clap.
I can't clap. I can't.
Oh my God, what are you holding in the other hand? Never mind. Well, I didn't know Shawn was rage beaten, but whatever. But congratulations, Ben, and tell your wifey that we said what's up, and congratulations to her as well. Again, my recovery, I feel like what's happening is that some of they've told me they won't give me anything for inflammation or any anti-inflammatories until they can go in and see that what they did worked right, and that's what we're going to do on Thursday. So hopefully, I think the pain I'm having now is just some of the other regions have naturally started to decompress, which is revealing the other pain. Like it's allowing this pain's gone, so it's allowing this other pain to feel more prevalent. Let's get back on here. Been saying it for the longest. Rito, they don't listen to me. They should. I don't even charge people for this. I heard Steve say that Travis Graff put it out there that only a handful of guys are going to be back next year from this roster. Yeah. Well, me and Steve were told that last week, too. Welcome back, 55. Thanks, Allie. Congrats to Ben from Steve, Don, and Bubba, and James. Ben says thanks. Wes says Shawn is abusing himself on camera. And Bubba says that incisions hurt. Okay. KP ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. We're bad boys for life. And for all those that think that Nolan Smith is a horrible person, I remember I got into it. This was after the last show. I got into it with a local media who said that Nolan was a piece of crap. Well, that piece of crap checked up on me about 8 out of the 10 days I was incapacitated. So I wish everybody had pieces of crap for friends like that. Brandon, what's good? Walter, what's good? Yeah, I'm not feeling great. Like I'm still. Like I pretty much slept off and on all day. I am catching up on sleep, which is good. That just means I'm not going to sleep tonight when it's night. But Cardinal says, yeah, KP is over these guys. You can tell at the press conference. That's because a couple of them there aren't really press. They pretend to be. And they're just whack. And they ask whack questions. That's the only way I can put it. Rapid fire. Yesterday and today were junior days for Louisville football. We've got I'll read the list out here in a little bit. Yes, Scuba Steve. Not only did he blocked me, and then 5 minutes later tweeted me again and said, "Oh, I'm just going to block you because you're caping for your trash friend." But you already blocked me. Like, who do you think? Mama Brown. See, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody. Like, I looked on my phone the next morning and Preston Brown, Preston Knowles, DeJuan Wheat, J.O. I don't want to leave anybody out because then they'll be like, why didn't you shout me out on the show? I appreciate all y'all's prayers. Mama Brown, I appreciate you. And you have wonderful children. You know that. And Preston's checked up on me a couple times as well. Hope we get that good one guy for football. Right? I mean, he played for Kentucky last year, and maybe he'll be a good addition. I'm going to miss your recruiting updates, but we're still going to bring them. It's just not going to be every week because we're about to head into a slow part of the year anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and I don't know who that is. But let's go ahead and add to the block list. No, we're not doing that. We are not doing. Okay, Shawn, stop doing the prawn while we're doing the show. We'll get you that list of junior day guys here in a second. Rapid fire news, though. Iko Jones announced she'd be back for another year. Louisville Volleyball also picked up the commitment of Chartery Looper, an outside hitter from UCLA. Higgy sent me these, so there's no telling if they're spelled correctly or not. Former Cardinal Richard Owens was named to Jeff Brom's staff as an O-line coach. Tremendous pickup. He comes over to us from Georgia State with their O-line being one of the tops in the nation in quarterback sacks, preventing, I hope, and not in top of allowing quarterback sacks there, Higgles. Also, Cardinal great Brian Brown was finally announced as OCQB coach. Louisville baseball will be ranked number 7 to start the season. Louisville 2023 commit Caleb Green named a nominee for the McDonald's All-American game. Trenton Flowers has announced Louisville is in his top 5 with a commitment announcement drawing near in March or April. I'm telling y'all, as iffy as I was when it was announced that we made his top 8 or top 11, whatever it was, I'm pretty confident we're going to get this kid. Pretty confident. I think that could unleash the dominoes of Carter Bryant, Carter Knox. Yeah, use it, love it. That's what I was talking about right there. Trenton Flowers. I feel really good about Trenton Flowers. And I think we get one of the two, Carter Knox or Carter Bryant, as well. Go check out the photo galleries from Jeff and the TJ from this week. TJ Barr, just tremendous work they've done. Even in losses, TJ was able to bring us a phenomenal photo gallery, and that helps the site out. So if you go look at them 82 times in a row, or set a rock on the forward picture button, whatever you got to do, look at their hard work. They do really good work for what they do. Let me pull back up the chat board. Hope we grab Woo Spencer and Kendrick Gilbert. That would be nice. Higgy looks like he's waiting for the F up. Okay. Josh Hurt is not stupid. He knows this program is at least a 3-year rebuild. As I said before, Cole Hodge period. Brian recruit this kid. Steven C, what's good, man? Glad you're feeling better. Would you like to buy a wrestling company? Yes. Brahman staff are killing it. Allie, do we still have a chance after that? I've asked. I tried to take advantage of being sick with Nolan and asked him I did get a lot out of him, but one thing I could not get out of him was anything about AJ. So I would just put that on the back burner. Master Yoda football season's going to be lit. Yep, for sure. How many players? I say we only retained 5 players from this year's team. Dominique, what's good? Brian McGlasson says KP or Nolan has not turned the ball over by jumping in the air without an option or set. Look, and here's something I don't want y'all to do either. I know it's like, we got to blame somebody. These kids are trying as hard as they can to get this right. They're still stand to, even if we're sitting at 13, 14 wins now. These kids are dealing with demons in at home, in their personal life. Don't that's just going to make it harder on them. Don't blame them. Just, this is going to be a crappy season. We're going to start over next season. Any idea who Clarkson's saying he would get back together with? I mean, it's got to be either Moore or Owens, but no, I haven't. When I say I haven't, somebody asked me earlier something. I'm like, this is my first day even logging into Twitter. I've never been more unplugged from Louisville than I am right now, and it feels fantastic, honestly. Did you hear Vince Tyree's interview with the guy from Facebook? Corey? I didn't hear it. I've been sleeping. KP's going to have to go crazy in the portal. KP has got some stuff up his sleeves already. If we bring back 5, how many transfers are coming in? I would say 7. Isn't Shawn your recruiting guy type person? Shawn is the glue that holds us all together. Now, with only one of his hands free, I'm kind of worried what that glue's made out of. But I love you too, your niece, Nikita. Here's a fun fact. Nikita was named after WCW All-American Pro Nikita Koloff. That was her dad's favorite wrestler. He liked the bad. When it was cool for everybody else to like the good guys, he liked the bad guys. So, you think L comes back next? I think there's a great possibility, Dwayne, that L comes back. And the only thing I can tell y'all to do is what I've been trying to do for the past 6, 8. I mean, see, Dad passed away in July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Last 6.5 months, just calm down. Let whatever happens happen, and everything's gonna be okay. Like I don't just and I've had many people blame. Oh, you're the reason why we have Kenny. You and your buddies Marcus and Steve were politicking for him. Look, I can still undoubtedly say without a shadow of a doubt that Kenny Payne would still be my pick as of today between him and the other guys. What Kenny can do and what he's already started to do, y'all aren't seeing what he's doing. So I get why some of you all are iffy. But look, if I thought there was a reason for us to be, Damon, what's good, bro? If I thought there was a reason for us to be freaking out, I would be. I've never been a part of a team where my coach left in the middle of the season to take $4 million and go follow around Joe Biden on tour. Or, I mean, not Joe Biden, Donald Trump on tour, or whoever. Kid Rock. Why did I put Biden and Trump in there? My apologies. I don't know what that's like. That's the guy, I had put all my faith in him. He's brought me here to Louisville, and he's just bouncing on me. Like, especially with kids these days, like they can paper cut themselves and be like, my world's over. Like, got to be patient with the kids, got to be patient with the administration. And I truly believe that Kenny is the guy. I truly believe that none of these other coaches that they wanted would have done any better. And they're going to be the ones that, have to eat crow. You know, it's not going to be me. Let's see. 5 transfers plus 2 freshmen. Yes. Big shot Haley Van Lith came to the clutch today. Why did Shawn shave? Did the glue stuck in his big? Gosh dang it. Scuba Steve says the Tyree interview was interesting. He gave some additional info on what Coach Mack went through. Like, he was the only coach really worked. Okay, well, no. That's a bunch of bull. So not going to elaborate on that one. he was locked in his office and he was making the assistant coaches run practice. So that's not true. No, the only thing I know about the football naming rights is that it's going to be a local company, and I don't know when, because we've been told behind the scenes, John, since December of 2021 that the naming rights were going to come out soon. What's up, RL? What's up, Leon? Nah, Brent, they would not have. You don't even, with all due respect, you have no idea what these kids are going through. Like, they're barely getting to the basketball court with all the stuff going on. You think they would relate more with any of those saggy old white dudes than they are with the gentlemen that are in? No, there's just no way. The Ford Blue Oval, I'm down. UPS, I've heard is a possibility. Angels Envy, I've heard is a possibility. Fred, what's good? Hey, I'm trying to be like you. Look smooth. But no, other coaches would not have won more games with this team this year. They're doing as well as they are because they have who they have there. Was he pulling a Shawn in his locked office? Possibly. Will we ever find out what's going on? I don't know. Brent, listen, and you know I love you, so I'm not trying. This guy tried to bring it. I've seen this false narrative on Twitter where we just missed out on a bunch of guy transfers for no reason. AJ Johnson asked us, can you promise me we won't be banned this year? KP told him, no, I can't promise you that. He went elsewhere. Sean McNeil, the kid, I think he ended up at Ohio State, asked for, where did he end up at?
West Virginia.
No, that's where he came from.
No, that's where he transferred to.
That's where he came from. I know that for a fact. Sean, look it up while I'm reading the rest of this off. Will we ever find out what's going on? Yeah, if you come over and hang out sometime, and I tell a lot of stuff off the record, so I can't really be get in trouble. But no, others would not have brought in transfers. These same guy, there were two common instances. Either they came in talking about money first, which KP didn't want those kind of kids, or they wanted promise that they were not going to be banned in the postseason. And we didn't want. Sean, you can't look it up, can you? Because you're on your ColecoVision too. Fair enough. So, what is your opinion, user 11, on the kids that are dealing with so much stuff in their personal lives related to basketball? How long can they stay here and use that excuse before they have to go? I'm not really sure it's an excuse. I mean, I can sit here and tell you from my personal experience in the last 7 months, I've had a dad die, and then I almost died. I don't know how good of a job I'm going to do on stuff like even this. Like, I was nervous to do the show tonight because I was like, am I going to stutter? Am I going to be slow? Am I going to slur stuff? Like, that stuff affects you. And if you cannot relate to the fact that not only do you have all this monstrous stuff going on off the court, but then you're going to tell me I got to get on the basketball court and win a game for a fan base that mostly doesn't even appreciate that I'm out here and what I'm doing? No, bro. Fabian. Thank you. Steven said he is at Ohio State, like I said. So go eat a hot dog. We don't mind. You're here. That's all that matters. Thank you, bro. Can we still get AJ? I don't think so. I think that not that the bridge has been burned, but I think the bridge has been crossed over. Antron says he's at Ohio State too. That's the one he's been made. There are a couple people out there, and I'm not going to mention names because there's only like one or two people out there that are media or that are media that I don't care. There's only like two I don't care for, but these are a couple people that I like, so I'm not trying to get anything started. But they keep bringing up McNeil, and McNeil can confirm 4,000% with you that he asked, can you guarantee me we're not going to get banned this year? And KP told him no and wished him well. So it is what it is. People are going to make up reasons and complain. It is what it is. Sean, what's up with the pouty lips? Bubba, why are you looking at it? What's your opinion on the 502 circle? I've got many friends that work on the 502 circle, so I'm probably not the best person to ask about that. But I've liked everything I've seen with it so far. Is Sander and company trying to hit each? It sounds like they're trying to hit a couple of the restaurants in town for NIL deals. They test out the food, they put it out there on YouTube. That restaurant gets company. Now I don't know this to be true. This is my guess. That company gets business based off of the videos, and everybody wins. Rito says that KP NIL narrative is so incorrect. I can't believe people are still running. They're going to. What's up with Sky Clark? You're not getting me caught up in any more Sky Clark stuff. I learned my lesson with Sky last year. Let him go. Blandon Corley told me KP didn't want to take the job. No, that's not true. God dang, man. But Bubba says you're right up on your camera. Yeah, I think the donors do have a huge influence, and thankfully, Junior Bridgman, Wade Houston, and the other heavy hitters are all behind KP. So, sorry, I didn't mean to get heated right there, Brent, at all. I just want to make sure that you knew what was true and what was not true. I'm trying to find this little list that Higgy sent me of the junior day kids. 2020. I won't read 2026 or 2025 because that's a little bit away. Ted Hammond, defensive tackle, class of 2024, St. Xavier High School of Ohio, was here. Terry and Grant, athlete, 2024, athlete from Siegel High School in Tennessee. 2024 witness. I'm out of breath a little bit too, which is why I didn't really want to do a whole show tonight anyway. But love y'all. Y'all love me. It is what it is. Whitman Whaley, linebacker, class of 2024 from Gatlinburg Pittman High School. Zeke Washburn, running back, class of 2024, DuPont Manual High School. Justin Riffin, defensive back, class of 2024, Christian Academy. Shout out to my guys, Keith Obridge, Chris Redman and company for checking in on me over the weekend. Jeremiah Lowe, defensive back, class of 2024, Frederick Douglass High School. Jordan Ward, tight end, 2024, St. Benedict at Auburndale High School in Tennessee. Is there a lot of these? Gosh, dang, Higgy. Not your fault.
No, there was 50 visitors in total that came in this weekend. So it was a big weekend all around.
Okay, Kavian Benton, I said him. Jaden Coleman, defense. No, I said him too, right? Did I say Jaden Coleman?
Yep. I was going to say there was 2 names that were on there that were legacy guys.
Okay, well, you can get to that in a second. Luke Hamilton, offensive tackle, class of 2024, Avon High School, Ohio. Jaden Jones, wide receiver, class of 2024, North Fort Myers High School, Florida. My guy, JT Haskins Jr., safety, class of 2024 from Bryan Station. We could probably get JT on the show sometime soon. Isaiah Marshall, quarterback, class of 2024, Southfield High School, Michigan. Hayes Johnson, offensive tackle, class of 2024, Taylor County High School, Kentucky. D'Amico Kennedy, interior offensive lineman, class of 2024, Frederick Douglass. Malachi Tolliver, offensive tackle. He was an offer under the old regime. Class of 2024, Cartersville High School in Georgia. Jaheim Merriweather, safety, class of 2024, Gallatin Senior High School. Danny O'Neill, quarterback, class of 20. All these are going to be 2024s. Danny O'Neill, quarterback, Cathedral High School, Indiana. Cole McConaughey, defensive end, Spanish Fort High School, Alabama. Eddie Twerk, defensive lineman, and not Twerk, it could be Twerk. Lyons Township High School, Illinois. Desmond Stevens, defensive back, Clarkston High School. CJ Brown, Brentwood Academy, Tennessee, wide receiver. God dang, boy. Brandon Nicholson, defensive back, Memphis University School, Tennessee. Okay. Andrew Peterson, interior offensive lineman, Brentwood Academy, Tennessee. Adrian Stone, defensive tackle, class, Dunbar High School, Florida. Montel Johnson, linebacker, West Bloomfield High School, Michigan. Max Gainey, wide receiver, class Mel High School, Kentucky. Andre Evans, athlete, Christ Presbyterian Academy, Tennessee. Quintez Thomas, offensive tackle, Eastern High School. He's a 2023 guy, so I'm starting on 2023 now. Matthew Hittens, wide receiver, Mel High School. Dayton Sneed, wide receiver, Myrtle Beach Collegiate Academy, South Carolina. James Glover Tyson, offensive tackle. That's the kid for me. DeSales High School, Wu Spencer, defensive lineman, New Albany High School, and Travis Egan, quarterback, Bullitt East. That's really weird that you just happened to put Bullitt East High School at the very beginning with your triple forearm. Who's the other legacy kid?
It was Nate Harris. Nate Harris, the son, was on the team from 25.
Let's see. Shawn is still right up on his camera, but I think he's got to focus on what he's doing with his other hand to make sure you don't make a mess. Scott Clark seems like a real head case. I don't know him. I don't want to make that. Brent, yeah, I appreciate you too. That's really the only reason that I come to you the way I come to you is because I know that you do spread a lot of information. And when it's misinformation, it don't do nobody good. Read on my bro. Yep. For life. Definitely fired up for football. Jeremy, dinner on me when we get you better for sure. Yoda, what up? Several Tennessee kids on the list. What's going on, CSZ? National champions. What's good? We won that in 2013. Alabama basketball player. I don't know. Did the Giants beat the Vikings or are they beating the Vikings?
Giants just won 31-24.
But hoping my nephew has a huge senior season. Hopefully he's taller than 5'3". Walter says, Jeremy, I only listen to y'all show and Marcus' show weekly. Everybody else is trash. I don't want to go that far because there are a lot of great people out there that do pods that are good. I mean, Rutherford's pod's pretty good. The one with Presley and Jacob and Vince, the Pink Seats pod, it's really good. So I don't want to say everybody else is trash, but Brentwood has good football. And if I left you out, I'm not saying you are trash. I just got a lot on my mind right now. I listen to others on occasion until they talk about basketball. I'm so late. Great to see you, Jeremy. Sending you so much. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and listen to what I went through the last week. Whew. Whew. Okay. Have you seen the highlights of Jermaine Johnson, the tight end coming in? Yeah, monster. Family. Nate Harris, the son. Dang, I'm old. It's over. Prayers, Jeremy, from Chris. I appreciate you, Chris. Paul, Brian. Oh, yeah, Dalton and Locked On Louisville. How did I forget him? I consider him, even though it's not, a spinoff would be the wrong word because that depreciates what he's doing. But I always consider that under the umbrella of CSC. Got to listen to Locked On Louisville with your boy 5 days a week. Yeah, he's good. He's a good dude. Good stuff. All right, guys, we do want to give out a shout out to all of our fine and patient sponsors because your boy ain't been able to do his part. Very, very understanding on their part. Fitness Market, Shack in the Back, 4 Pegs, Derby City Lawn and Landscaping. We were working on more to debut in January, but I've been out the whole month, and it's probably going to be a couple more months before we get back on the road. So I would say probably when football kicks off, we'll announce our new sponsors because the dead period about to come up. Nobody wants to sponsor you during the dead period. If you want to sponsor the show, give me a shout. I'll get back with you. You want to follow the show on social media? Again, underneath Higgy, you can find all the places on social media where you can find us. If you haven't listened to the podcast, all the podcasts, prior podcasts, Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, you can find us on Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart. Hit the subscribe, stalk, follow button now. If you haven't listened to all the prior episodes, they'll pop up after you follow us, but you can also go to cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Go to podcast, drop down menu, CSZ Podcast. It'll be right there. Shout out to everybody out there sharing the podcast. We appreciate you. We love y'all. Hit the like button in this right joint right now. And a shout out, I say this every week, but Marcus and Steve mean a lot to me. They're my friends. And, they both kept up with me and kept y'all up to date on the on the radio with what they could, and I appreciate that, especially since I didn't have to have my wife or brother or mom spread that information. So All right, Shawn, we're gonna get your last words and Higgy's last words. Then we're gonna go back to the chat line to finish that off, and hopefully by that time, Shawn, you will have finished as well.
Well, my only last words are I'm glad because I consider you like a brother, and I know I was up. I was keeping up with I had Teresa and she kind of keeping up with me on everything because I was.
Wait, you got my wife's phone number?
Yes, I did.
Wait, you've got a girl's phone number?
Yeah.
That isn't his mother or his sister?
I've got his whole family's phone numbers in my phone book, so I guess that's even. Anyway, back to back.
But yeah, so that's all I gotta say. It's
Pickles.
I want to reiterate what Shawn just said, but I'm glad you're here still, brother, more than anything else. Been praying for you more than anything else as well. But let's say this. Brom, keep building that wall around Louisville, and let's keep going. Go Krogering, go Cards.
You would be talking about some damn food. I mean, you would be talking about some food right now. James says he hadn't forgotten me. Steve says Garrett McGee tweeted L's up today. Hopefully another commitment soon. Yoda tells me I got to play the outro. I got to play the outro. Now, am I going to hit the right button today? Maybe. Oh, yeah. Hey, I didn't forget how to do that. All right, Larry, thank you. I appreciate you. Bubba, yeah, go to Facebook, Cardinal Sports Zone. Hit that like button. Make it Facebook official. No, we're not untitled. Love y'all too, Brent. Appreciate that. Master Yoda said hit the like button, listen to it. Oh, my bot. That's why I've tried to keep my arms and hands. And as you can see, my whole hand's completely bruised up. I'm pretty beat up. So the only thing that was beautiful tonight was the face. So I was like, time to flaunt the moneymaker out there. We appreciate you. Madden Luke got the food scene unlocked. You got to talk to him about monetizing that thing. I think Alan's got them taken care of. Thank you, Mary. I'm glad I'm back too. Thoughts on Tyler Harrell? Come back home. Come back home. L's up. Go Cards. What's my line? Oh, until next time. This has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. You want to have to be official. I need some donuts, Cardon. I can't really do emojis in real life, but thanks, Steve. Thanks, Uncle Larry. Thanks, Bubba. We